And a very warm welcome along, everybody. I hope everyone's doing very well today here on this Friday. We've made it to the end of another working week. Welcome in on Twitch to Kanbei and on YouTube to Peachleaf, to D1, to YY90716 and to Retro Nubs. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday so far. I've been having one of those days where I've just been attacked by pollen left, right and centre. So that is why we're a little bit late on stream today. We are going to be running an end of the line today, try and make it a little bit easier, try and make it a little bit quicker as well, and I've decided on Furret. Furret's a Pokemon we've not actually seen on the channel for a very long time. Welcome in, Jared and Retro Nubs. I hope you're doing very well today. I can't actually remember the last time we ran Furret. That's exactly what I've taken Kanbei. They Fexofenadine. Now that it's over the counter and it's out of brand name only, because that used to be just Alevia, didn't it? I've got some Tesco own brand, and that seems to have done the trick for now. Still a little bit sneezy, a little bit spluttery, but we shall make do. I'm glad you're having an excellent day, Jared. Let us have a little look at our Furret today. Good afternoon, Gemma. I hope you're having a great day. We are level 5, we've got 24 HP, holding a berry with Scratch, Defense Curl and Quick Attack, 13 in Attack, 12 in Defense, 11 in Special Attack, 12 in Special Defense and 15 in Speed. This one is not going to make it into a video, just because I don't think I'm going to be playing at my best today, honestly, with this awful hay fever that's going around. But we are going to see how we get on. Yep, I've called it Walk after the Furret's Walk. That's a very, very up-to-date meme, of course. So let's see how we get on. We're going to beat up a Sentret as our first wild Pokemon. And one of the big things we don't have to worry about starting as a Furret is our incredible lack of speed with Sentret. Yet we've only had one video, or one piece of content as a prereq with Furret so far. Got a 137.06, which I think at the time was top of the leaderboard. But now it's down in 49th place. So it could be time for a full-on Furret redo in the next few weeks. Definitely one to keep in mind, because I do want to go back to some of those older challenges, now that we are all more experienced in Generation 2, and see exactly how much better we can do. I think it's less skill, more routing, honestly. And confidence goes a long way. Like, if you play with confidence, you get quicker times. But I think any of those, Furret and before, are well overdue a redo if we've not already done them already. You can tell I'm not feeling well if I'm doing tautologies like that so early on into stream. I'm trying to think what our best routing is. Thank you for the 25 months, Gemma. I can't believe it's been over 2 years already. I'm hoping the illnesses hit me less, but it's all about my immune system and how much it wants to play ball. I managed to get 2 videos recorded yesterday, which is very good progress for me, so they'll be coming out on Sunday and Tuesday. And I'm hoping to kind of just slot back into the old schedule. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 2 PM United Kingdom time, we'll have a video. We are going to be focusing on the end of the line for a little bit, because the Ursaring video, I've got to be honest, did far better than I expected. So I think we'll do a few end of the line, a few main series, a couple of backports here and there, and maybe a couple of redos as well. I did try and record Pokemon Yellow the other day, but I had a couple of technical issues. So Yellow is on the back burner for now until I figured out what the hell was going wrong. Because it wasn't even an in-game thing, it was just OBS does not like Pokemon Yellow. But OBS doesn't mind Pokémon Crystal, so I am confused by that. I tell you what, D1, doing the live voiceovers has been an absolute godsend. Because now I don't have that giant, intimidating 30 to 40 minute session where I know I'm going to mess up my lines constantly and it's going to take hours. The Ursaring video was a lot of fun though. I definitely think the end of the line suits the live voiceover style. Particularly as we're focusing this time on the Pokemon that can potentially break records. I'm not going to say who we've got coming up in the next couple of videos, because they are already put in the leaderboard, and you could get the results spoiled. But I will say we have a couple of podium finishes coming up. Let's grab the potion, let's grab the bitterberry. I'll tell you one of the things, actually, that has improved our runtime significantly, and that is the HP up strategy at Karen. That one strat has gone into saving so much time, because it means we're not resetting anywhere near as often at Karen. And I fully credit Snowy with that strategy. But then Snowy will credit me. My next big video is going to be the Gen 2 routing video. I talk about that in one of the Kanto chats coming up. And I'm hoping by laying out all of our routing just in front of us, we'll be able to see any kind of time saves that we're currently missing. It's like, I think Quick Ecruteak, it's about 7 or 8 months old now, but that's the last time save that I can remember. And there will be other time saves in Johto. We just don't know what they are yet because we've not discovered them. It was very much a joint effort between Snowy and me for the HP up strat. Like, I'm pretty good at knowing where items are laying on the ground. So if somebody needs a specific item, I can say just pop to this location, it's probably your quickest. And Snowy's very, very good at knowing the technical innards of Generation 2. Like, I'm fairly clued up on how the engine works, but I probably don't even know 1% of everything that Snowy knows about Gen 2. I think for the next little while, we're just going to be quick attacking. You got 3 longer double features you're going to be working on. I'm very excited to see those. I'm not personally one who does the double videos. I've never found I can structure it right. But I'm always happy to see other people's double features. Just going to test the title card now, even though we're not facing Faulkner. That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun, D1. The one I'd be dreading out of the 3 personally is Arcanine because of the 4 times weakness to water. Which Pokemon run was my favourite? Oh, there have been so many. Oh, which one was my favourite? I did enjoy the first FURRET run. That was the one which I really thought, yeah, I'm actually not bad at challenge running now. Critical hit there on Faulkner. Don't even get a chance to waffle. Zephyr Badge with Sprout Tower in 714. I enjoyed Jinx in her initial run because I got to use Attracts for the first time. And Attract strats at Red really are OP. I don't even think Arcanine's bad, I just think he needs a better experience group. Smeargle was one of the all-time favourites. As was the original Piloswine. I'm not as much of a fan, I've got to be honest, on my end of the line for Piloswine. But the original Piloswine was a hell of a lot of fun. Piloswine's actually going to be our next yellow video. Welcome in, Deadpool. I'm feeling old as well because I had that horrible realisation it's my birthday in 3 weeks' time and I've got nothing planned for it. One of the things I've started doing actually in my new routing, for this particular route, if that makes sense, is I'm taking on this fisher because he has 2 Poliwag that give a great amount of experience. And then I'm taking this fisher with the Goldeen as well. Because again, a huge amount of experience, and you quite often don't get hit by Supersonic or Hypnosis. Let's take on this Bird Keeper as well. He's fairly good experience. Welcome in, Master Bro. I hope you're doing well today. Stick on the Repel. We'll move the Super Potion up to tippy top spot. I hate this hiker. Genuinely wish him nothing but the worst. I'm not doing too badly, thank you. I can probably count on one hand the amount of cinemas I've been to in my life. I've never really been a big film watcher. May seem weird as someone who does challenge runs, but I don't have the attention span to sit down for an hour and a half, 2 hours or whatever, to watch a film. Might as well do our menuing all in one. We are going to have to deal with wild encounters though. That's what cats do, Gemma, unfortunately. They think they own the world. When am I going to do a Cyndaquil run? I've done Typhlosion before here on the channel. But I've got no plans for Cyndaquil only at the moment. Plans can change though. But there is a Typhlosion video up on the channel already from a couple of years ago now, actually. Excuse me. Fizzy Pepsi Max repeating on me. Let's pause the timer to grab the HM friends. Welcome in, Carnage. I love Furret as well. It's one of my all-time favourite Pokemon. Definitely in the top 10. It's just adorable. It's a good battler. And it's a normal type in Gen 2, so we know it's going to do well. Let's unpause the timer now that we've caught the HM friends. And we'll go into Slowpoke well. If you wonder why we pause the timer for the HM friends, by the way, it's because there's an element of RNG that goes into finding wild encounters. So to put every single Pokemon on a level playing field, we pause the timer for the catching sequence. That way, no Pokemon is at an unfair advantage. Though I think Furret might be at an unfair advantage already, just by virtue of it beating up everything in its sight. It does really have pinchable cheeks, doesn't it? It's got the little double cheek on its artwork. I think Furret's a criminally underused Pokemon by Game Freak as well. I mean, it's just all tail, and I'm saying that as a positive thing. And somehow its arms are long enough to punch. Which means we do have access to all 3 punches. Welcome in, Chad. I hope you're doing well today. Ferret's Tail Whip should do damage. I think ferrets, in general, are cool animals. One-shotting Beedrill is a very, very good sign. One-shotting Paris is very, very good as well. Let's take on Bugsy, our second gym leader. Bug-type specialist who leads with Metapod. It's going to be a two-shot on Metapod, or will crit it to make me out to be a liar. Harden means nothing. So let's now get on to Scyther. Fury Cutter's going to do negligible damage. Grow to level 20. And we obtain our second badge, the Hive badge, in 13 minutes and 19 seconds. Let's use one of our berries, get ourselves back up to full HP, and we can take on the rival. Now, the rival's going to be a little bit RNG dependent, all because of Mud Slap. We don't have a great move for Garcia at the moment, and it's not going to one-shot. Hypnosis sent us to sleep, but fortunately it was only a one-turn sleep, and that means we can swap back to Swift, and we'll Swift the Croconaw a couple of times and hopefully knock it out fairly easily. There we go. I'm going to take a heal in this Pokemon Center just because I think it's going to be a little bit quicker than faffing in the bag. Let's move the repels up to top spot and we'll start making our way through the Ilex Forest. There was that big gap between Generation 2 and Generation 9 where, barring the remakes of Gen 2 and Gen 4, it felt like they completely forgot about FURRET. Welcome in, Dan. I hope you're doing well today. I feel like FURRET is one of those Pokemon that could have got an evolution like Obstagoon. There are so many Pokemon that Game Freak forget about. Purugly, all that speed, all that attack. I really should backport Purugly, shouldn't I? How would we feel about Purugly getting a backport? Worth it or not? Let's pause the timer, wear out the repel, and we'll grab our Abra. Kanbei, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Carnage. That is incredibly kind of you. FURRET was one of the OG #1s on the leaderboard. If you do !result space video space FURRET, you'll be able to see where it lands now. And Carnage, thank you so much for the gift sub on Kangaskhan. That does mean we have a scam train incoming over on Twitch. I am live both on YouTube and Twitch, yes. So you get to see the same content. If you've got YouTube Premium, you might as well stick on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, then you shouldn't get pre-rolls, and I do the adverts at the same time I do them on YouTube. So I try and make it as good an experience on both different websites. Let's complete the HM Friends now with Kenya. And that's I'm done for another challenge. Gonna grab some experience up here in Spinner Hell. 52 in speed is fairly good, should be enough to beat Whitney's Miltank speed, hopefully. One of my favourite little facts about Generation 2 is that if you outspeed Whitney's Miltank, even without any further levelling, you'll be able to outspeed Morty's Gengar because of the speed boost. I don't know why I'm picking up the Quick Claw, we don't need it. Just sell it for money next time we do a shop. I'm going to have real words with Mix It Up. Because none of my alerts is working the way it should. Carnage, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Peach as well. You really are far too kind. I hate this Tangler. You did get a shiny on the card redeem, Kambe. I think that's the first shiny we've seen on the card redeem. A shiny Swinub. We were talking about Swinub earlier, weren't we? Gonna grab a couple of the punches while I remember. Are we happy enough for return? No, we're not. We're at 148 friendship and I think we need 150. One thing I've started doing is I've started doing these trainers first. In our initial pass through Goldenrod. I love that Miltank rollout emote. And thank you for the bits, Carnage. They're working, even if they are on the wonk. What kind of placement is that on my screen? Thank you for your last bit. See, those alerts are working. It's just the other alerts aren't. Let's take on Whitney as this happens. Headbutt the Clefairy, double slap's absolutely fine. Flinch the cow, she locks into rollout, it's all over for Whitney. She has a little cry. And we get the plain badge in 20 minutes and 18 seconds. Now, because we need Hidden Power Ground, we are not going to be able to do Fast Ecruteak today, unfortunately. Because we're going to need that TP spot back in Ecruteak after we go to the Lake of Rage. I love FURRET, so I'm really hoping I get a good time with it today. Oh, you absolute dick. Psychic Greg is one of the worst trainers to catch you. Stab Headbutt, Stab Return, Stab Swift, stab all the enemies in the back. That's what we're doing on this one. Horlucha's a Pokemon I should probably do a video with at some point. Let's headbutt the Nidoking, get a critical hit. Try and flinch the Nidoqueen, doesn't happen, but even for a super effective move, that didn't do much, did it? So those of you on YouTube, we are going to be having pre-recs coming out over the weekend. We've got one on Sunday, then we're going to have another video on Tuesday, and then I've not decided what the Thursday video is yet, but we will be having something on Thursday as well. I'll hopefully be live a couple of times next week. I'm going to take one of the days where I would stream to get more pre-recs done, because I need to create a bit of a backlog for May now. Talking of May, are we in May this time next week, actually? We are, aren't we? 1st of May's Thursday. So I'll probably actually do Monday, Wednesday next week. Any requests, actually, for what we should stream next week? I'm all ears. Well, I've got a face and a nose and presumably other body parts as well, but you know what I'm on about. I don't think I'll be able to get my Boston back ported in time. I do have a Roselia backport. Which we've not done together on the channel yet. It could be springy. Should have run that today, honestly, with my hay fever. Flash Dig, Cut, Rock Smash. Take a heal while we're here. Kenya, but I'm not its OT. That would be fun. Swordsbuck's one I really, really want to... Oh, don't give me bloody Tangler again, please. Swordsbuck's one I want to try and get all the alternate forms in. Because I really just want to show off, honestly. Let's put it bluntly. But I've not quite figured out how I want to do seasons. I think the stream might have crashed on YouTube. Metronome only would be fun. I've just paused the timer because I've noticed I'm on 0 kilobits per second on YouTube. Let me know when I'm back. I'm just going to take a very quick sip of drink at the same time. I think that was a YouTube issue because I had a look on the Twitch feed and nothing dropped there. Let's just pin that for a second. I'm going to check my stream health as well. It's saying stream is healthy again now. Apologies for that. Don't we just love technology? We'll unpause the timer now. And we'll carry on with the Kimono Girls. Slam is one of the worst moves. Weird Ear's all backported. I just need to create my own sprite for it. So we could definitely look at Weird Ear. Technical issues on one of my streams, I know. Completely unheard of. Lance knows that we're going to beat him up with Ice Punch. So he's trying to prolong the inevitable. I've not done Overquill yet. Overquill's interesting because it's going to be an entire regional form of Quillfish. I do have the coding in place for that kind of evolution though. That one will take a little while to do because of sprites, but I bought some new software a couple of weeks ago to help me with sprite work. So I'm hoping that some of these more complex later gen sprites are now going to be a little bit easier. I wish I could remember the name of that spriting software I got. It was an absolute bargain. It was only 20 quid. But it's specifically designed to turn artwork into sprites. So I can take things like the 3D models and the Sugimori artwork and then turn them into actual Gen 2 sprites. You know what, we're going to do like what we did on the Ursaring Challenge. We're going to teach Strength in place of Swift. We're through the main sand attacking Pokemon until we get to Karen now. A shiny bunch of seeds earlier sounds like a very nice shiny. Because I'm assuming that's Execute. No issues with being roared today here. We ran Alolan Executor, didn't we, as a stream? Oh, quite a while ago now. But I remember chopping its head in half for the thumbnail. Please tell me I didn't heal in Olivine. I healed in bloody Olivine. Not to matter, it's not that much of a cycle back. And honestly, the extra little experience might come in handy for Morty. Into the Burnt Tower we go, though. Where the hell did my super repels end up? I'm going to pause the timer for this. There we go. I've started coding Mega Kangaskhan, but Parental Bond is proving to be a little bit more complicated than I initially anticipated. Turns out that trying to do 2 sets of damage in one turn is something Gen 2 doesn't particularly like doing. So we'll dig out of there, and we'll go straight into the gym. Parental Bond was ridiculously overpowered. I don't know what Game Freak were thinking when they came up with Parental Bond. Like, there's ridiculously overpowered, and then just legitimately broken. So, the way we'd evolve Stantler into Weirdeer and Primeape into Annihilape is exactly how it would happen in later generations. We'd track how many times you use the certain move, and then only after you've used that move enough times would you then evolve. That coding's already in the Challenge Run base, so we don't need to worry about that. In fact, we could run Annihilape next week. I've already got that backported. Let's use an Ether. We'll yeet the Quick Claw. And let's give the Mince Berry just as a little bit of safety as we take on Morty, our fourth gym leader together, I can't count. A Ghost and Poison type specialist who leads with Ghastly. Didn't even need the Mint Berry after all of that. Fog Badge in 3013. Now, it may seem like we're running a little bit slow, but we can just teleport all the way to Olivine like that. That might actually be quicker, you know. Than doing it the other way around. At least it feels quicker. I think it was 50% damage that you did on turn 2. I'll need to double check. I hope it's 50% because halving is a lot easier than dividing by 10 and then multiplying by 3. %50 in Gen 6, and because it was introduced in Gen 6, we'd go for the Gen 6 version of it. Didn't get burnt, which was probably the worst case scenario there. So it'd be full power on turn 1, then 50% on turn 2. Which I don't think anything would survive that. Even Red Snorlax would probably go down in 1. Another one I've had sitting down for a while, waiting to be played for a while, is Lucario of all things. I've got a backport for that. So we could do a bit of a fighting week next week and do Lucario and Annihilate. Mint Berry Cave in handy there for the Storm Badge in 3207. Look at that Chuck split. 154 between Morty and Chuck. I don't think we've ever seen that time before. Grab this rare candy now because it's most out of the way and you can fly back to Johto. So you save backtracking there. No, not on Abra. Just gonna double check we got the secret potion. Yes, we did. I wish you nothing but the best for the forklift course, Gemma. I hope, in absolute worst case scenario with it, you still have a lot of fun. I think we'd be charged under certain offences if we used explosion with parental bond. One shot on the Magnemite because it's 4 times super effective. Let's see how much Fire Punch does. Not quite enough, unfortunately. We did get the burn on the Steelix though, and that's all we need to get through Jazz. Two shot on the Gyarados, perfect. That burn definitely mattered there. Welcome in, Kanbei on YouTube. The burn got us into one-shot range on that Steelix. Congratulations on your Slugma, Chikorita, and Wooper Carnage. Lance probably is scalping Gen 2, Switch 2 consoles. I'm kind of glad that my FOMO's not really kicking in with the Switch 2. Because I would be insufferable if I wanted a Switch 2 and wasn't able to get a pre-order. First password acquired. And second password acquired. This is one of the worst spinners you can bump into in Generation 2 because of just how terrible he is. I don't even know where my local game shop is these days. A lot of them have moved. A lot of them are inside sportswear shops now, and you know me. When was the last time I played sports? The bird in the corner is supposed to be Murkrow, yes. You've just reminded me, SB Flame, I've got a way to probably jank in the physical special split into the challenge run base. So I'll work on that after stream. Game shops in sports shops in the UK. Game is ostensibly GameStop, but British. It's a little bit like our old catalogue stores, Argos, are now mostly inside Sainsbury's supermarkets. Oh yeah, 90% of the stuff they sell now in game is not video games. Physical Ice Punch on Furret would do a lot of damage against Lance. This is Price. Price is our penultimate Jotonian gym leader. Couldn't think of the word then. An Ice Type specialist who led with Seal that's already gone down. Dugong didn't reduce our attack with Aurora Beam. Didn't get frozen, he's now healing looping. Glacier Badge in 39.28. Gym Leader is used very lightly for Price, you're not wrong. I need to fix my timings because I keep getting caught by Psychic Phil. We've been doing Mahogany Gym 7 quite often recently. It is, in theory, quicker. In theory, if you can do it, your quickest routing is to do Mahogany-ish Gym 7, skip the Ekritique Pokemon Center entirely, rush Kimono Girls, rush Rival 3, rush Morty, take a cheeky little heal in Olivine Pokemon Center, run up the Lighthouse, take care of Jazz, do Chuck while you're at Cianwood, then fly back straight away to Olivine, and then do Lake of Rage and Mahogany all in one section. Getting pretty bloody good at Ice Path. It's about time. Get ourselves return now. And let's think, what do we want to buy from the vitamin shop today? Get rid of our 4 nuggets first of all. We'll get rid of the tiny mushroom and the charcoal. We don't need that anymore. Not going to use Icy Wind. Not going to use Iron Tail. Keep Shadow Ball. Get rid of Detect. Get rid of Rest. Get rid of Attract. Get rid of Fury Cutter. We'll get 4 calcium, 3 protein, and an iron. There we go. We are now at our 7th gym badge break point though. We always take a break just before the Rockets so that we can regroup, reform. I can start thinking about my plan for the Pokémon League. So we will be back in 3 minutes time. And thank you so much for your patience there. Let's get the correct overlay up, shall we? And thank you, Kanbei, for subscribing with Prime over on Twitch. We're going to unpause the timer at 43:18. And we're going to continue on with the challenge run. 7 adverts? I clicked a short advert break on Twitch. I wanted just enough adverts so that nobody had pre-rolls for the last part of today's run. Because I always do a long advert break in my countdown. because nothing's going to happen there, and then I try and make the advert break fit the content. Congratulations on passing your test, Malik. Every single stream, YouTube whinges at me for not having automated adverts, but I'd rather take the slight hit to earnings and just make the experience more enjoyable for everyone. Not everyone's going to have YouTube Premium. So that's why I only run adverts during the break. Any others are YouTube just being funny buggers. Can never decide whether this or Nugget Bridge is the more frustrating part of the challenge. With the way my content works in the challenge runs, I don't like having them scheduled hourly, because it might be that they turn up just as we're beating up Lance as an example. So I like having the manual press advert button, because that way I can guarantee there's not going to be any interruption to interesting stuff going on. I've been tempted in the past to just run an advert during Nugget Bridge, because I think it'd be more interesting. I like the radio tower on stream because it's a place where we can just waffle, because it's so mindless. Let's now take on the fourth rival battle. You can tell that we're a defensive Pokemon on this challenge. At least more so than especially attacking Pokemon. Yeah, that executive at the top of the radio tower is terrifying on Nuzlocke. But in a challenge run, because you're over-leveled, he's just a pest. I find that with a lot of these trainers, though. On Nuzlocke, I have to really think about what I'm doing. It's like right now, I'm not really having to worry about the moves I'm picking. I'm very glad, Malik, that your nerves did not hinder your test performance. I know whenever I have to do a test, which hasn't been for a very long time now, thank goodness, but nerves always got the better of me. Then I've got a very nervous disposition to begin with. Like, I feel anxious about not feeling anxiety. We're almost 2/3 of the way through the radio tower now. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Welcome in, Alajango. I hope you're doing well. Just going to grab another one of these punches apiece. We'll plonk in another calcium and we'll get another iron while we're at it. That should see us fit. We have max calcium in this one. So that means our special attack is as high as it could possibly be. We haven't done our usual food talk today, actually. I'm not sure what I'm going to be eating after stream. Welcome in, DG777. I hope you're doing well. Well, thank God they didn't sanction you. As a work coach, I never sanctioned anybody. I thought it was grossly unfair. Like, UC is not a pleasant thing to be on. I'm at that time of the month where I can't afford fish and chips today. I've got to wait until Wednesday next week. Last working day of the month. Thank you, Kambay, for the £2 super chat. You're hungry for more food, chat. When isn't everybody in here hungry for more food, chat? Furret's not doing too badly, especially considering I'm not on top form today. Like, there was a reason stream started late. That reason being attacked by dandelion spores. You know what? I've not had a croissant in years. And I can't remember if I love them or hate them. And at this point, I'm too afraid to try them again to find out. Well, that's a good sign, even if it was a critical hit. Reckon we should be able to one-shot at least Claire's Dragonair with Return. What's Return's power? Max power now. We're at full friendship. Beef and spuds sounds like a good meal to me. I do miss eating beef. But my body said, no, you can no longer digest this food. I don't live in an area anywhere near posh enough to have a Waitrose nearby. Probably should have headbutted there, but gets the job done regardless. Same, I'm very much in a farm foods area. Over a Waitrose area. Back near where I used to live in Manchester, they gentrified the heck out of a... what's the right word? Housing estate? And they ended up building a Waitrose there. I think a lot of it was they saw the start of the postcode and they knew that was a very well-off postcode, but it wasn't in a well-off area of the postcode. I mean, it was well off compared to where I live now, but then all of Manchester is. $53.43, by the way, for Claire's badge. We are doing a challenge run. We're not just waffling about regional differences in the UK. It's been almost a year since I was last in Manchester. FURRET is a very reliable Pokemon. It's not the best at anything, but you know what you're getting. Whenever anyone mentions potato waffles, I think of that old Bird's Eye potato waffles advert. Oh, bloody Joyce. I've never played either Oblivion or Skyrim, which I know is sacrilege. A potato waffle is just a potato that's been mashed up and shaped into a lattice shape. Honestly, the Aldi brand of most food is better than the brand name. Bloody missed the max elixir, didn't I? Can we learn Earthquake? No. It's a shame. Let's take on the final rival battle. FURRET with Earthquake would be an absolute beast, you're not wrong. 2 one-shots to get us started. 4 times super effective on the Magneton. Just double super effective on the Haunter. Then we'll finish off with a return on the Kadabra. No, we won't. We've got a Feraligatr. We'll finish off the Feraligatr. Let's heal up. We'll say thank you to the HM friends. So it's a big thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, merci to Paris, and the biggest thank you of all goes to you green names in the YouTube chat, and you lovely people with the sub badges in the Twitch chat. We'll have a very quick look at our stats going into the league. Level 51 with 170 HP. Holding the Nevermelt Ice for reasons no one really knows, with Return, Amnesia, Hidden Power, Ground, and Headbutt. 116 in attack, 104 in defense, 88 in special attack, 98 in special defense, 128 in speed. Those are just the outer battle stats. We'll get a big buff in battle, as we'll see now, against Will. He's our first league member, a Psychic type specialist who led with Xatu that's already gone down. Jinx is going to follow suit, and then we'll be on to Executor. We're going to headbutt the Executor to get us started. Reflect is terrible there. We take a bit of damage from Psychic. This thing has not flinched once. That is true, the reason is the time cost to change items. Dirty Will battle, but we did get through. Where are those full restores? There they are. This is Koga, second gym leader, Elite Four member rather, leads with Ariados. There we go. And now it's time for Bruno. Got a feeling that was a range, you know. It's a bit rude of him to crit us. It's all going to be about the Machamp. Because we ain't going to one-shot it. And he crit. This is one of a couple of battles, I think, where FURRET will struggle. But we get through second try. Let's Go Eevee, still $60. That's ludicrous. Imagine if Onix were good. Can't imagine that. Impossible. HP Abstract didn't work this time. She didn't Destiny Bond. Not quite sure why. I feel like we lucked our way through that Karen fight. But we shall take it. We are not getting Thunder Waved in this Lance battle. Thank goodness. He's healing looping. We're through the worst. $101.45 for Lance. Let's get our final Hall of Fame time. I'll take it, 102.01 for FURRET at the end of the Pokémon League. I'm just going to very quickly, while the end credits are going, try and find my Lance split from the original FURRET. I know it's not a direct comparison because we're doing end of the line, but we're saving around about 10 minutes compared to the original FURRET time. Let's unpause the timer and let's keep on going. $102.03 would have been cool. We'll retrieve the HM friends. Grab a couple of headbutts. I bike everywhere. To a fault a lot of the time, to be fair. No, that's a sign. We don't want to be talking to a sign. What's that movement? And that movement. And that spinner. I'd love to see an evolution of FURRET. FURRET definitely deserves it. That is true, there are no spinners in Gen 1. There is the option in the Challenge Run patch to disable spinners. I just don't do it myself. I still need to look into Border Douglas, thinking of the spinner patch. Of course, the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We're going to get another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. And let's take on Lance. Lance Surge. I read the name on my little splits. I was like, yeah, that's the next one. I don't know why that double clicked there. Some things in this game are guaranteed. When you have stab normal return in Kanto, you're not going to have too many issues for the first few gym leaders. Surge is still a pushover. Although Snowy's latest stream with Electabuzz, Surge actually proved to be problematic. Very specific circumstances with Electabuzz though. Let's take on Erica. Part of the reason we've still got Ice Punch is because of this pesky Tangler. I do want to incorporate Gym Leader rematches at some point into a ROM hack. Honestly, I'm not thinking that many attempts for Red. Red's primarily a special attacker and we've got Amnesia, so we can mitigate a lot of the damage that he would cause. Even if we just set up an Amnesia on the same turn that Snorlax sets up its Amnesia. So the chances are we're going to outspeed everything at Red. Elite Four's slightly more complex than Gym Leader rematches in the Gen 2 coding. Very nice Janine split there. Going to actually take a trip into Celadon here. And remember where the person is that I want to buy the items from. Goodness sakes. Dumping in 2 carbos there. Slightly quicker to just cycle then. Than deal with opening up the bag for flying. Only 1 reset. That is courtesy of Karen, isn't it? No, it was Bruno. I apologise, Karen. We lucked out at you. We should have had a reset at Karen. There's a really easy way you can do gym leader rematches just by checking the event. And you can trigger them with a sign. I think that's what Crystal Clear did. This is Sabrina. She's our resident psychic type specialist. Leads with an Espeon that goes down in a crit. Mr. Mime goes down the same way, as does Alakazam. Now we've got everyone's favourite slog, it's Nugget Bridge. We'll get through it together. This is of course Wiggly Gran. We now outspeed Red's Pikachu, by the way. 171 is the speed to beat for Red's Pikachu. We're at 174. So we know we don't need to worry about that Pikachu at all now, really. Should be frail enough that even with 150 odd in attack, we should knock it out in 1. Final trainer of Nugget Bridge, thank goodness. You know, that whole section only takes about 80 seconds, but it feels like a lot longer. Well, let's take on Misty. She's our water-type gym leader of Kanto. She leads with a Golduck that's already gone down. Quagsire doesn't stand a chance. Lapras might perish song here. It did. Can we one-shot the Starmie? Yes, we can. I feel like they were trying to make Nugget Bridge a bit of an Easter egg, but they just completely missed the mark. Oh, we can't learn Zap Cannon. I would have used it for the memes. We got caught by 3 drill. He is mandatory on this run. He is a friend. That's why I put his type as friend. I misclicked there. I meant to use Ice Punch. An awkward order Brock's doing here. One 15-10 for Brock's badge. We've only got 2 more badges left to go now. I genuinely think Pokemon Center healing is quicker than healing from the bag. Most of the time. I do have the patch on the website for 3 drill. I've been trying to find the right opportunity to do it. I want to do the B drill run first. For the artwork, I just push in my thumbstick when I'm in the same location as one of our key trainers. It's like here, I can push in my right thumbstick. Welcome in, Peter. And Blaine appears. It's all very fancy. Even if I do say so myself. 3 one-shots gets us through Blaine's gym. That just leaves Blue left to go. Blue with his Lego-themed gym. Yeah, except when it fails. It failed on my recording session the other day. I was very annoyed. .183, by the way, is our speed at the moment. Should be enough to make good inroads with most trainers. No Sandstorm, happy about that. He's probably going to rain dance here and get caught in a healing loop. We do have the ledge to consider soon. I think we're going to get leech seeded. The crit! That could have gone terribly. It was actually Leech Seed that got the Arcanine out of healing range to let us then get the win. Because we weren't quite in extreme speed range for the Arcanine. Through the ledge. Everything's fine. Let's save. And let's see how this goes. This is Red, our final trainer of the challenge. He leads with Pikachu, but we're really only battling 5 Pokemon. I don't know why I'm pressing the red button again. We know it's red. There we go. The reset counter's behaving itself again. Does Shadow Ball do enough? No. So much so that I'm actually going to replace Shadow Ball with D-Punch. We'll have that just... I've done it again. I've pressed that button. That reset counter should be 4, by the way. The auto-counting is just not working. Oh, the Spadef drop. Okay, FURRET. Okay, FURRET. If we survive this surf, we win. Bloody hell. That was even better than I was expecting, honestly. Genuinely, I'm kind of speechless with that. I thought we'd be in for a bit of a longer battle at Red. And I think it was the Spadef drop forcing me into Amnesia that then made me use Dynamic Punch, and having that +1 in Spadef then gave us what we needed to survive Flamethrower and the Surf. Let's see where that puts us on the leaderboard. That's a Mega Aerodactyl. So that's just lies. There we go, in 3rd place on our leaderboard. Now obviously it's an end of the line, so we have to take that with a little pinch of salt. But that is not a bad time. So it is back where it belongs on the podium. I think what I'll do is I'll create an end-of-the-line leaderboard for next time, because this was very last minute. And we'll have FURRET as our first entry on the end of the line. While I've got you all here, do we want to see more end-of-the-lines as streams? Because if we do, I'll happily start streaming more end-of-the-lines. I'm having a lot of fun with them at the moment. Could even maybe do some backport end of the lines as well. In the meantime, there is only one more thing we need to do for this stream. We'll attach the mail to Kenya. We'll say thank you, Kenya, for the last 90 minutes or so. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you once again. But you've got to go home. We'll save as we always do in front of Nurse Joy. And now there are some people I need to thank before we go off air for the weekend. So over on YouTube, I do want to say a very big thank you to Gemma Barnes for 25 months and Kanbei for the £2 super chat. And then on Twitch, so many people to thank. Carnage for all the gifted subs, Kanbei for the bits, Kanbei for the Prime sub, and I think there might have been a gifted sub somewhere in there as well. My activity feed has gone a little bit haywire. But thank you everybody for popping in today. I hope you've had a wonderful time. I'm back on Sunday with a pre-recorded video of Golduck as it reaches the end of the line, and then we'll be back live on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.